Let's introduce you to the person who's here in the building with me right now. Would you like to introduce yourself?
It's Hope. You know what I'm saying? We're here. Thanks for having me.
Hope's in the building. Okay, right. So, Hope, I'm going to start off with this. So, I had never been introduced to you as an artist before, and I wasn't even aware that you made music. Obviously, I'd seen your face somewhere. So when I actually looked in the video, and I said, "Oh, hold a minute, wait."
You know this, brother.
that must happen a lot. Like you must have heard that a lot.
Yeah,
I had no clue. So I was actually thinking about it. I want to start off the interview like this: who killed Kano?
Oh, man,
who killed Sally?
Right? Straight in there.
Who killed Sally? That's what we want to know.
Straight in there.
I don't give a none of the other formalities. No, I don't know how your day was.
Have they revealed it? Did they reveal it?
Yeah, they did. But just remind me.
It was. Did they though? You tricking me. Nah, look. I think people narrowed it down. Alright, who do you think it is?
So I thought, I'm trying to remember. So I thought it's either two people. I thought it's either the light skinned guy with the green eyes. It was either him. I can't remember what his name was in the thing, or it was Jack.
Okay.
And I think a lot of people thought it was Jack. So I thought it was either her or him. And it was.
You think it was Jack?
It was Jack. Was it Jack?
Yeah.
But how was it revealed? I
think they obviously didn't show it in the show. They made her walk off and didn't show the face. But I'm pretty sure they posted something and said it was her. Or maybe I revealed it. I don't know.
I don't think so.
But everyone knew though, man. Everyone knows it's Jack.
Everyone thought it might be.
Yeah, but it was the most plausible.
Yeah, which is why it probably wasn't. Because when it's too obvious,
I hear that. They want to, misdirect people. I hear that one.
All right, so we know for a fact that it was Jack now. It was Jack. All right, is that an exclusive? I'm gonna say that's an exclusive. It wasn't, but I'm gonna say that was an exclusive.
We'll take it.
So Hope's in the building. So Hope, let people know who you are, what you do.
My name is Hope. Obviously, I'm an actor and also an artist. Those are my two passions. Those are my two purposes. You know what I'm saying?
Did you act before the music or music before the act?
Do you know what's mad? I did dancing first.
Serious?
Yeah. So when I was younger, man, my mum used to make me do like these performing arts classes.
Yeah.
So I used to do, when they make you do dancing, singing.
What kind of dancing were you doing?
So like that street dance and a bit of contemporary as well.
Okay.
I used to dance in musicals. I used to dance in plays and stuff. That was my thing. Yeah. But I didn't care about acting back then.
What age are we at this time now?
So I started at around, let's say 7, 8, and I didn't stop till about 12, 13.
Why did she have you doing that?
Why?
Yeah.
She must like me doing extracurricular activities.
But
she made me do loads of things.
She could have made you do football, basketball.
Yeah, but I didn't like football.
Basketball, boxing,
loads of
MMA.
Stuff. I did MMA. I did loads of stuff.
But you like the dancing?
I liked the dancing.
That's mad.
I did gymnastics as well. I did loads of stuff. Mad. Bro, everything. But yeah, my mum used to make me, and my dad used to make me do. My dad was the one that tried to get me to play football. But she wasn't interested. That was his thing. Like, you know what I mean? That's not,
but you went into the gymnastics.
Yeah, I even liked that for a bit, but I just.
And the lycra.
All the stuff.
That's mad.
Any of the mad stuff.
Those are too tight. How can you get comfortable?
You know what it was. We used to have the tight thing on, and we used to have the shorts. So I used to just loosen it and try to get the size up because it was just annoying. I was like, this is too tight, man.
Yeah,
can't be wearing this.
I don't know. Okay, fair enough. But you got involved in the
so I got in dancing, got involved in that, and then dance was the main thing that I was like, I actually want to do this.
Gymnastics, then the dancing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, sort of around the same time. Okay. I stopped gymnastics for a bit. Okay. No, I stopped it full stop. What I'm talking about. Then I did the performing arts thing.
Okay.
But then obviously I was doing all three: dancing, singing, and acting. But I didn't really care about acting and singing at that point.
Okay.
I was more just dancing.
Oh, so you were singing.
Yeah, because if you're in plays, so I was dancing in plays, so they basically teach you to be like, part of the chorus. Yeah. When this main song comes out, you're obviously doing singing in the background and stuff. So they just teach you to sing. Like, but I was like, I don't care about this. This is dead.
Where were you going to a specific school for this?
Yeah, there was one called Stomp. It was like
what was that? Was that an after school club thing or was that an actual school?
No, it's an actual like weekend thing. Well, they did stuff during the week as well, but it was like an actual school for just performing arts. So it was in where was it? It's in Northwest. Near here actually. It was in Northwest. I'm pretty sure.
But you grew up in East, yeah?
Yeah, I grew up in East, Hackney.
Okay, cool. All right. So what school did you go in Hackney?
I went Muslim.
Okay, I'm asking it
like you don't. I'm about to say, but do you know schools in Hackney?
I glue. So what was it like? So honest, if you're going to school in Hackney and you're growing up as a singer, dancer, gymnast, what was it like when you're going back to school? What are the kids saying? Because I know what I'm like, and as I was a kid, a man comes up to me and goes, "Oh yeah, just done my gymnastics," but I'd have something to say about it. I was a bit of an idiot at school. So.
But I stopped gymnastics so long ago that wasn't really a part. I mean, in primary school, but they thought it was cool. I was doing flips and that in the playground. So they thought that was cool.
In the backflips.
Yeah, you're trying to impress the girls at them ages. To be fair, you're like 10.
My son could do that, and it was impressive.
Yeah,
it's true. Actually,
I was really taking the mick out of it. You're just thinking, right, I could do flips and that.
That's true. Actually. So what were you doing in the gym? I just want to know. Were you doing like the stuff on the mats, or were you doing the horse? Or
I used to do the stuff. I've got all the names and the terminology, but you know when you're balanced on the beam.
Yeah, on the beam.
Yeah, I used to do stuff on the beam.
Oh wow, walking on it.
Yeah. Do like. I can't remember any of the names.
Yeah, but that's mad. So could you do the flips on the beam and all that stuff?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, good.
That's mad. Okay.
Can't anymore, but
I
used to be able to do that.
Fair. So you stopped all that when you were doing the dance, you were doing the contemporary dance. What made you stop doing the dance?
I was shy. That's what it was, you know. I was shy.
But you were doing it?
Yeah, but I was shy. So like, what the thing is, if it got on, if it's like a performance, I'm in the performance, I'm fine. For that whole performance, I'm good. But the lead up to the performance, the after performance, I was shy.
Really?
Yeah, I was actually quite shy.
I'm the opposite.
So what, you shy during the thing?
Yeah. I can't. So I've taught myself just to not care anymore, just whatever. But even now, like I don't like doing radio because I'm nervous every time I do a radio show. Every single time.
Is it?
Yeah, every single time. Like,
but you're a veteran in this thing, man.
Doesn't matter. When I play football, I'll be on the football. I'll be playing football and I'll be in the centre circle and I'm like, wait, I'm nervous, you know. But every single time,
do it, don't it?
Just do it, just do it every single time. So I learned to teach myself how to do that. So, but you stopped because of
I was nervous. Literally, I was nervous.
But you've done it so many times.
Yeah, but you got to think of the age as well. So I stopped at 13. Yeah. So like at that age, I'm thinking I don't even want to do this anymore. I don't even know if I want to do dance like that anymore. So and as I said, I didn't really care. I liked acting a bit more towards the end. Yeah. But the singing, for example, I didn't care at that point. I was like, this is dead. Like I don't want to do this. And then it wasn't until like I was doing drama in school. I started picking back up that sort of the performing arts and stuff. And I got back into acting by 16. By 16, I was doing Top Boy.
Okay. So we're gonna go into that. So before Top Boy, there was a massive gap in your kind of acting career. You stopped doing like the plays and stuff. Yeah. And then you didn't do anything leading into that. No. Not even like adverts or anything like that. No. Nothing. And then so so at this point you're not rapping either.
No music. Cool. Music comes later.
Okay, cool. Right. So you go straight into Top Boy. That's crazy in itself.
Yeah.
How did that come about? How did you find out about applying for it?
So it was around. Cool. So I was doing drama in school, and I was starting to miss it a little bit. I was like, maybe I shouldn't have been so shy. You know what I'm saying? I was starting to like it, and then I was doing basically, you know Sylvia Young. You know So one of the governors at our school is just good friends with Sylvia Young herself. Okay. So she basically set up this program where like a few kids that are, you know, if you got an interest in acting, they'll basically cover it for you to go Sylvia Young for a few weeks. So I got into that. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, man, I actually need to, like, I gotta actually do this. And then Sylvia was like, yeah, you should actually join the agency. Ended up joining the agency, and then I think it was literally within like 2 months after that, the Top Boy auditions were like, it was open casting. Yeah. And I'd saw it, so I showed it to my agent. I was like, yo, like, can you?
So you had an agent at this point?
Yeah, because I've gone to the school now with Sylvia Young, and then Sylvia came to like the last week. Yeah. To see the performances. She was like, yeah, I hope you're good. You know, you should come.
How many of you were in your class?
In that class? Yeah. Not more than like 10, 15.
And how many of you got an agent at the end of it?
I don't know. You know. I don't think everyone got one though.
Just you, yeah?
Not just me.
Come on, just you.
Maybe it was just me. Maybe. I don't want to toot my own horn.
So you got an agent. Okay, so do you remember what you were the play or what you were acting in?
What in
Sylvia Young? That made
in Sylvia. No. So it was like, I don't remember. They were just making us read like monologues and scripts, and it was just sort of like workshopping.
So wasn't that an actual play?
No. So it wasn't an actual play. It was just like the teachers made us do a few. It was like 6 weeks. Okay. Let's say, and we did like a few like classes, and then we'd like put a little something together at the end, and then we showed the teachers, showed everyone, showed the agency as well. Yeah. Okay. And that's when someone was like, yeah, you should join the agency. I was like, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna join.
So after that, how long between the end of that and then you getting the opportunity to do the appearance?
Only a few months. It wasn't long. It was like maybe 2 months max. I heard there was like, as I said, I heard the open auditions was around. Yeah. And then I showed it to my agent. I was like, I didn't really know how the auditioning thing sort of works like that at that point. So I was like, how does it work? Is it an open audition? Can I go to this? Yeah. I'm like, yeah, go to it. Went to it. Yeah. It was just up from there.
And the part that you went for was the part that you got.
Yeah. So I went for Aaron, and I went for Aaron.
How much are you alike in terms of you? Because you just looking at you like now, whatever. I can imagine you're kind of like the character.
We're quite similar. Yeah. We're quite similar in terms of like, because I was quite good in school as well. So I was.
What were your GCSEs? What'd you get?
I got all A stars, all 9s.
Jeez, come on, my guy, go.
No, I'm saying. Apart from one, actually, I got A stars and 9s. Apart from Spanish, I fell asleep in my test.
You know what? Okay,
that was really bad.
So here's the thing. So everyone listening to the radio right now, turn off your radios right now. So when I done my GCSEs, I just couldn't be bothered. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. My favourite grade was the D that I got in English because I didn't read a single book. And
but you still got a D.
I thought for me,
you're not fair. Wait, yeah, that was.
Sway was listening, going mental.
I didn't even think it.
So I got loads of those letters. So I got, apart from my Spanish, where I got a C, but which I was quite proud of because I didn't have a clue what to do either. Spanish. You got a C?
Yeah.
And that was your worst grade?
Yeah. I was annoyed because it just looked silly compared to the other one. Just seeing 9, 8, because obviously my year was like one of the first years to get 9s.
If my mum was listening right now, she'd swap us as kids.
Swap it around, swap the grades.
Yeah, let's swap us as children.
I used to hide, so I'm showing my mum the paper. I put my thumb over the.
You hit the C.
Obviously she saw it after, but I put my thumb over the. I remember when I got it. I put my thumb over the 5. So you can't look at the 5. Look at the rest.
Do you know how proud I was of my C? I was hiding everything else here. Look at that C. Look at that C. That's crazy. I wish I got those grades. So so then you went into
in that way we're similar. Like.
Yeah. Okay. So you went into Top Boy, got that role as Aaron. Now, so this is going to be but this is a massive thing. So you're previous to this, you're nervous. You're not liking to act in public. You're now in a studio. Not even a studio, but you're auditioning for a part.
Yeah.
In front of people that you don't know. Yeah. In a situation that you've never been in before. How are you feeling now compared to the fact that you used to be nervous before?
I wasn't nervous back then. I think by that point I was just like it's either you want it or not. Like, how badly do you actually want to do it? If you want to do it, things like this shouldn't matter. And when I started seeing it like that, I was fine. I obviously don't get nervous like that anymore.
All right, fair enough. We're going to talk about your music career in a minute. Before we do that, I'm going to play the new track, the one that you were promoting at the moment. Yeah. Talk to me a little bit about it. How did it come about? What
Boujie
inspired
Babe.
it?
So this is inspired by a true story. So I must have been in Paris, and there was this girl that I was chatting to while I was out there. I just met this random girl when I was there, a French girl.
Okay, all right.
I was like, but she wasn't trying to take me in.
Was she English speaking?
No. But she speaks a little bit English. I learn a little bit of French. I can talk a little bit, finesse it a little bit, but I'm not that great. Yeah. But we were sort of communicating like I was doing my little bit of French, you're doing a tiny bit of English, so there was a little bit of understanding. It worked, but it was working. But anyway, I was chatting to her and I was like, she just wasn't taking me. She thought I wasn't serious because she thought I was just there. I'm just in Paris, man, just outside holiday mode. But I was like, nah, like you know, it's not that. But she wasn't taking me in, so I just made the song inspired by that. I was like, sometimes guys are trying to be serious, but you just got the girl's just Boujie. So what can you do?
Let's play it.
Oh yeah.
Bougie Babe, I Hope's in the building.
Yes. But I'm Boujie too, so you know you're sick.
So Hope, tell me, so this was inspired by a certain young lady that you met in Paris.
In Paris.
I went to Paris not so long ago.
Yeah? What you saying?
Yeah. It was mad. Like, so when I went there, like I always say to everybody, like I always thought that Paris was like this beautiful city. It's lovely. It's full of romance, whatever. And then, like as soon as you walk out of the train station, like the first thing I saw was some man with size 14 feet and no shoes on. And there was so we got off the Eurostar. Yeah. And then outside they had like a soup kitchen. Yeah. On the main road. And I thought this is ghetto. Like,
you're thinking of madness. Yeah. It depends, but it's like London though. You know how people feel like from London, they think, oh, like all London's just the Big Ben and the London Eye. It's the same sort of thing. But at least
let me walk for a couple of streets before I see the real Paris. Like, why is the man just out there? On the first thing I see is
outside the station.
He had no shoes on.
Chill though. That bit outside the station.
It was busy as well because there was about 1 million cars there, just hustle and bustle because there's all the taxis just trying to pick
trying to pick people up.
It was mental. And then when we got in the taxi and drove further down, there was this like bridge, and underneath this bridge had bare people there on their mattresses and whatnot. And one man had the chest of drawers. I don't know why are the chest of drawers.
You're not rating Paris.
No, it was nuts.
You're not rating Paris. I love Paris, man. I'm there all the time. I'm there in a few weeks.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Have you performed there?
I have. Well, yeah, I have. What I'm talking about, I have. I performed once there. It was in like this. It was a boat party. It was actually kind of sick. Yeah.
All right, but you can speak the language, innit? So
a little bit. See, but I'm working on it.
I learned how to say merci. See, that's all you need.
That's all you need.
That was my lot. That was it.
Do you know what it is? We get lucky when we're traveling. We don't actually have to learn literally languages.
So I was in Italy like a few days ago, and literally like I didn't have a clue what
to say.
Didn't have to say anything, and it's pretty poor actually when you think about it.
It's bad.
It's terrible.
A mad privilege with it.
It's terrible. This lovely young lady that you met out in Paris.
Yeah.
Has she heard the song? That she know it's about her?
I don't know. I ain't spoke to her. I haven't spoken to her since.
But you could do if you want to. You've got a phone number or you've got Instagram.
I can find her Instagram, yeah.
So you don't follow her, or she don't follow you?
No.
Really?
I left it. She was like, she wasn't taking me in.
She wasn't on it that much?
No, I left with a song. That's all I really needed.
Wow, okay. I thought there was a story there that in the end, like, you got together, you spoke, and then now you're kind of cool, but now nothing.
Nah.
You need to up your game, bro.
Nah, because once they're not taking it, I'm like.
How long ago was this?
This is ages ago, to me. This is last year, though.
Before? Oh, so after Top Boy.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't pull out your phone and say the show with the Netflix.
Nah, but that's dead. I don't like.
Nah,
if they don't know,
pull that quick.
Yeah, if they don't know who I am, that's better for me.
Yeah, I know. But when they're acting up, then you pull out the Netflix, say, "Oh, look at this," and then you say, "You know what? Later."
Fairs. If you're trying to just do it to that, just to get onto them.
Yeah.
I hear it.
Oh, mate, that's crazy. I don't know. Anyway, so on to the next, right? On to the next. The girl that's in the video.
Yeah.
Friend of yours?
Yeah.
Okay, why did you choose her?
Do you know what it is? I met her randomly. I was performing at a show with my friend Zion, shout out Zion. And he asked me to come out for his show. And then basically while I was performing a song, this girl, she's from America. I think she's from like Chicago.
Okay.
And she was just here for like a few months. And then she just started dancing, and we brought her up on stage. And I was just like, I liked her vibe. I was like, I'm doing a video next week. You wanna come? And literally, it was that.
Nice. Okay.
Man.
What is next for Hope? What's going on with the music? You've got like an album, an EP, any performances?
We've got an EP coming. I'm trying to just keep my foot on the gas with this one. I've got an EP that's gonna come for the summer. A few more releases, a few more videos, a few more freestyle, everything. I'm literally coming for everything this summer, man.
What do you prefer, the acting or the music?
Do you know what? It sort of depends, man. I think right now I'm in a music.
You can only do one for the rest of your life.
Oh no, that's mad. You can't ask me that. That's crazy.
You can only do one for the rest of your life.
It depends where I'm at, though. Right now I'll say music.
Yeah?
But that will change in a few months when I'm on set. It depends what I'm doing. What's
easier, writing lyrics to a song that you might have been inspired by, or learning the words?
I mean, learning lines is tedious because it's just learning lines. Yeah. It's never fun. even if you like the script or you like whatever, it's never fun to learn lines. Yeah. But writing lyrics, it's a creative process. You're obviously gonna enjoy that.
Okay.